Now I know what you're thinking, and I'm pretty sure I know what you're about to type into your little group chats. Well, she say nigga all the time. She say bitch all the time. She be putting up rap verses and lyrics and all that stuff like that. Yeah, but I also know who I am. They call me Eva. They call me Sugar. They call me Paris. They call me. That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. I know who I am at any given moment. And whatever I choose to decide that I am is what I am at that moment, right? Now, again, sometimes you need to also realize that sometimes things are above you and you don't have to understand it. There's a philosopher by the name of Neville Goddard. He's actually the very first person I was actually introduced to by spirit when it came down to certain philosophies, right? Coincidentally no different than the Bible. He believes in the golden rule, but his golden rule is a little bit different. His golden rule is to imaginarily treat another person the way in which you want to be treated. If you go in your imagination and you treat a person well, even if they're treating you like shit, the odds of that person coming back to you and treating you differently are very high, because they could have been dealing with something that you had nothing to do with. They could have had a bad day before they saw you, and then they come back later on and say, you know what, I realized yesterday I treated you like shit and that wasn't okay, right? But when Neville Goddard was struggling with understanding and knowing himself, and walking around believing the things that this lying world tells you with your lying eyes, he had a mentor by the name of Abdullah, and Abdullah would drink and eat in excess, and one would call it gluttony, right? He would drink and he would smoke and he would do this and that and the third. And Neville said, aren't you afraid of dying? And Abdullah said, no. He said, I can do this. You may not. You can't have 4 beers with your dinner. You can't chain smoke cigars. Yeah, your body might not be able to handle that, but I can. And it's because my brain is stronger than my body. My brain decides that I can do this. I'm not telling you it's right, and I wouldn't tell you to do it, but I am telling you I can, because I know myself. So mind you, at the same time, Neville was struggling with an issue that he had. And Abdullah said, I want you to go in your brain and I want you to follow these steps and do it every time you think about the problem, every time you think about the issue. And sure enough, an issue that was told, oh, this ain't no workaround, you can't have nothing other than what I'm telling you, it worked itself out. And Abdullah said, now what did I tell you? Your brain has to be stronger. Okay, you have to be careful where you allowing your brain to go. If you can listen to rap music and not be affected, that's cool. But most of y'all can't.